in studio today talking with Erik Bay about the world of sports. And for once, we're going to, I guess, veer it off a little bit more to sickness with the coronavirus really just taking over the entire world, it seems like, and really in the world of sports. It's put a roadblock in a lot of plans for different leagues. Most notably, the World Championship for women's hockey, which was going to be hosted in Nova Scotia at the end of the month, has been announced to be canceled.
Yeah, not the first IIHF event either to be canceled, and we're seeing this all across the board, really. Obviously, look at Indian Wells, just announced tennis tournament canceled there, and it's had a really big impact. And I guess there's a couple different ways they could go about it. I know obviously the professional leagues, basketball, hockey as well, they've talked about, possibly playing without fans, and these guys have just decided to cancel the tournament, and it's tough either way. Obviously, the fans going, there's potential that something could spread, however low it may be. And then again, you look at the other side, it's a loss of money either way you look at it if you do decide to just play without fans or even not play at all. So it is tough, especially here in the sports world, as we've seen.
For sure, and there's been different athletes who have spoke out about, if in that case, if there aren't fans coming to games. LeBron James said he wouldn't play, just flat out. Bo Horvat added, it would be super sad for the sports world, and I mean, as well for fans, they go for the enjoyment, and to have that taken away from them is just to another level. You mentioned that there was other IIHF tournaments as well that have been postponed. That's 6 under 18 championships throughout the world, mostly held in Eastern Europe. So I guess a little bit understandable with Italy being the second biggest outbreak, but still it's just gone to that other level. And as well, possibly not letting media into the dressing room. That could totally change things, even just from people watching TV at home, their perspective there.
Yeah, for sure. And I know you talk about the fact that they could be, playing without fans, what the players have said. And Jeff Samardzija also spoke up, and he actually played in the game there that they held in Baltimore where they had no fans with the riots. And he even said, too, a game like baseball, it's just no fun. Obviously, the fans add to the experience, the enjoyment. You can feed off that energy, and it's just a whole different process for those fans. So you talk about that, and yeah, the experience as well. So not being able to go to the games is one thing, again, and then you talk to possibly afterwards. Obviously, they'll still have those podium pressers, but again, being able to consume that and being forced to consume it from your home is going to be difficult, even too, depending on how this progresses.
Another team that is also canceling, or at least canceling one of their upcoming games, is Harvard University's men's hockey team. So it's really just taking over all levels of sport, including, you mentioned baseball, but across the pond in the excuse me if I get this wrong, the Nippon Baseball League?
Nippon Professional Baseball, yeah, they have postponed a few of the start of their season anyways, and obviously that's a pretty big league. You could consider that one for sure in baseball anyways, as to be that second tier below the majors. So again, and obviously Japan over there is definitely kind of that area with China right next to it is the heart of the outbreak. So it is understandable, but again, all this, it comes back to, fans can't enjoy it, the players can't play, so owners are losing money, players are losing money, teams are losing money, cities, it's tough all around.
And this Nippon League it's a big league, like you mentioned. It's sort of the minor, or one of the minor leagues for the MLB. Players like Adam Jones, who was not too long ago an absolute stud in the MLB, are playing there. So it's not like these little things are getting pushed to the side. It's these big. The whole season is getting postponed for now, and as we mentioned, the Women's World Championship, that's being totally postponed. Halifax is going to host it next year instead, and it's really just almost mind-boggling, something that we've never seen before. We talked a couple weeks ago about the Zika virus and the Olympics. Well, it seems like this coronavirus is maybe even taking it a step further and putting even more panic within people.
Yeah, for sure. Obviously with the Zika, it was kind of, just in that one bit of area where the Olympics were being held, that was an issue. But here it's definitely going to be interesting to see how they do, or how this, I guess, progresses, and if they can get under control, and just how far that people are going to have to go. Because as we mentioned, all right now it is just talk within the 4 major sports, but we could see very soon the fact that it could be delaying and affecting the product.
For sure, and with the Indian Wells tennis tournament, sort of considered the 5th major of tennis being shut down, I guess that's you know, it might almost be what gets the ball rolling with more sports possibly shutting down for a while.